Hey guys, Comet here. Welcome to episode 2 in my large rhyme series. It's actually been a while since the last time I played, so I kind of forgot what I was doing here, but I think I was able to save the colony from self-destructing from hunger last time. And there's a couple of comments I want to address. First of all, yes, I did accidentally miscount. There's a total of 9 maps, not 8. To say that I rigged the game for Rime, all I did was change its odds from 1 out of 9 to 1 out of 8. And then about the lighting thing, why I didn't put the research station next to the printing pod, I forgot that was actually a thing. But I don't think it makes too much of a difference. I was able to get all of the research I needed in time. I will definitely be putting some... Let's see, where are they? I forget where they are. Furniture? Maybe I don't have them unlocked yet. I will be putting some lights over the metal refineries and stuff like that, because that's where the bonuses will really become important. Okay, so what were my goals in the last episode? I remember finding this water source. We need to actually put this to use once these two pools of water disappear. It looks like I don't have anything researching right now. Let me get that fixed first, and I think to really progress, I need to get some kind of metal refining. So I got the rock crusher. Let's go into smelting. Now, I need to do something about these polluted water bottles here. Let's actually just put them in here. Let's do sweep only, and then get that cleaned up. And then someone also mentioned that Pliers is actually part of the base game now. And it looks like it is. Is it this disconnect thing? Oh, that's beautiful. It's such an honor to a mod when the devs actually put it in the base game. So, I mean, I guess I could keep this Pliers installed. It's not really hurting anything. Maybe I'll just uninstall it next time. Okay, but what do I want to do in this episode? Let's see. I need to keep digging out this way. I don't think I can get through Abyssalite yet. Can I? Oh, maybe I can. Well, let's just keep going then. So we've got 5 dupes. And if I remember right, this is all of the plants that I need for these dupes. So I shouldn't have to worry about food. I want to kind of figure out where I am within the map, so I know where a good spot to put the first duplicate housing unit's going to be. And because this map is bigger, I'm also thinking about maybe doing very sparse segregated housing. I've actually been playing some Timberborn, and you need to make separate districts, and I think I might actually do a series on that. So I could do like a quadrant up here in the top left with its own housing unit, and then a quadrant over in the top right with its own housing unit. Because otherwise, even with hypertubes, it's going to take forever for dupes to get around. So I need them to be kind of in the area where they're going to be working. But that's like long-term stuff. Don't need to worry about that quite yet. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I took Ashkin so that he could be a griller. Or a chef, yeah. He has grilling. Because that was supposed to solve some of our food problems. So I can get an electric grill. And maybe... I don't know. Here works. Everything is temporary in the early game. Okay, so what can I make using this grill? So pickled meal and barbecue. Now if I remember right, pickled meal, it takes 1.8 calories of meal lice and turns it into 1.8 calories of pickled meal. And its quality is -1, and I think meal lice is the same quality, -1. So all this recipe does is help preserve the products that go into it. So spoil time is 32 cycles, and spoil time is 8 cycles. So I can spend some power to make the food last 4 times as long, instead of spending power on a refrigerator that I think will cost more power to do the same thing. And we're already running out of food. I really don't want this series to be me only focusing on food. Let's go dig up some excellent fruit over here. Oh, so I can dig through abyssalite, but not obsidian. That's interesting. Oh, right, and I forgot. I said I was going to do something about this carbon dioxide. So we need a carbon skimmer. Right here should work. And then I need some clean water. And then some dirty water. And then I can just use this same power line here. And it's starting. Yeah, even though they're in a sealed box, the reason these tiles are colder than the air around them is because they're getting fertilized with cold dirt from outside of the box. So cold things keep coming in, but there's no heat source in here. So what I need to do... Where is it? Utilities, space heater. I need to get some space heaters in here. Let's see, it looks like that's going to be 2 tiles per floor. So I need to expand this. Because this is calibrated to... Let's see, 20. I think it was 10 plants per dupe. So this is 60. Well, maybe I can get away with it. So right here, in the center, go ahead and uproot. Actually, I'll just make it easier. I'll just deconstruct the tile. And then ideally, I could use metal tiles, but I don't have metal yet. So I'll just use boring old sandstone. Get some space heaters down. Okay, looks like this is working. So that's going to get rid of some carbon dioxide down here, which is going to decrease pressure. So I really need these diffusers to work. And I think last time I calculated that 2 is plenty for the amount of dupes I have. We're just going to need a better source of power for these space heaters. Because 1 manual generator is not enough to run everything that I'm doing right now. So, might need to get a coal burner. And I'm not sure if it would be a good idea to put the coal burner with the plants to maybe help heat up the incoming dirt. Because I could do 1 coal generator for every space heater. Which is very overkill, I know, but in conjunction with a battery... I guess I don't have smart batteries yet. Where is that on the tech tree? That is under sound amplifiers. I've always wondered why this is called sound amplifiers. It never made sense to me. But that would require refined metal, and I do have a rock crusher working on the metal refinery. Well, I can't tear out too much of the farm yet. I need them to build the space heaters for now. And then maybe, yeah, I'll put the coal generators here, which means that's going to take up 3 plants. And then the battery will take up another 2. So I need to expand this by 5 tiles. And then just for dupe access, I'll go ahead and put a ladder over here. And then this might be overkill, but I'm going to put some airflow tiles here instead. I don't want any of this polluted oxygen coming up and messing with the farm and ruining my meal lice. Okay, I think that was just, yeah, metal refinement. Okay, now we can make metal tiles. Do have a rock crusher now, though. So what I'm going to do is actually put in a generator here with a couple of batteries, and then the rock crusher, and then this will become its own separate grid. Because I know I'm getting close to overloading this wire. Let's see, potential load 880, current load is almost nothing. But with the rock crusher, that has a power draw of 240 watts, I definitely push that over. Okay, so after that, we need to go into sound amplifiers, and then the low resistance conductors. And then after that, that'll take us into the steam turbine, which I'm probably not going to have plastic in time for, but this is how we don't die. It's the only reliable way of deleting heat. Well, excluding exploits, of course. Alright, Otto just got super hard digging, so now I can actually dig through this obsidian if I ever need to. And are we at the edge of the map yet? Oh my god. let's just keep digging along here. I want to know where I am in relation to the left side. And it's probably time I swapped these batteries over to some better batteries. So what's the power leak? 1,000 joules. What about here? 2,000 joules. And they take up the same amount of space. Small one holds 10, large one holds 40. So all you get out of it is more capacity. And in terms of capacity per leak, these actually leak half as much. Have we found the edge of the map yet? Doesn't look like it. Alright, we'll keep digging then. And we will keep digging... Well, I want to see where I am on the left side first. There's just another biome. I thought this abyssalite would be the end. Oh my. Maybe we're just off to the right quite a ways. Ooh. Let's see, we can have thimblereeds, Gosman, Liam, or Ellie. Nyctophobic. It's not exactly easy to deal with. Kitchen Menace. Well, I already have a chef, so that doesn't matter. Do I need another farmer, though? Definitely don't need another digger. And if I take on another dupe, I'd have to increase the farm size. I'd rather increase the farm size and prepare for the next duplicant, rather than settling for a duplicant that may or may not help me. And why do we have someone that's idle? Oh my... Well, at least you're the digger. You can get yourself out. And we'll just put in a ladder there. Research complete. So that gives us the better batteries. Now we'll go into low resistance. Actually, we'll just go all the way to renewable energy. So that means I can get some smart batteries if I had the refined metal, and I didn't set the recipe yet. Let's just do copper ore to copper for now. So I need 3 batteries, 200 each. That's 600, but I need twice as much because you turn half of it into sand. Right, 100 kilograms to 50 kilograms. So I need 12. And then I can probably start expanding this. But I do want this to be a higher priority. It just keeps going. Oh, I got a new blueprint. What are you? Blueberry jelly jacket. It's best to keep jelly-filled puffer jackets away from sharp corners. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Wait, why are you broken? Oh, okay, yep, I forgot about that. So, because it's so cold down here, and there's so little CO2, the water's freezing in the pipe. Because it's not moving. So, adding an insulated pipe doesn't solve the problem, it actually just prolongs it. The only way to solve... The only way to solve this is to put a bypass and then run the water back up and then dump it off in this tank, but that would require constant power. And I don't want to do that. So we're just going to ignore the problem and hope it gets better. Okay, so now that I have these extra farms here, I can deconstruct these 5 tiles, put in a floor. We're going to put the coal generator here. Still don't have any refined metal. It's probably because I don't have anyone that's assigned to operating. We have Catalina, but she's always researching. Okay, maybe we can do Ren. When you're not building, go ahead and operate. Then I can just use a simple copper wire here. Doesn't need to be the fancy one because we're not dealing with any large amounts of current. What I do want to get, actually, now that I think about it, some kind of temperature control. Where is this it? Yes, a thermosensor under HVAC. Need to get that. And that's also going to take some refined metal, so maybe we increase this to... yeah, whatever, let's just do 20. Okay, so both the coal generator and space heater should add heat to the farm. And then any heat that the... so if the space heater doesn't need to generate any heat, then it's not going to be using any power. So it's not going to drain the battery, so it's not going to turn the coal generator on to make more heat. But if the space heater is on, then it's going to be drawing power, which then turns the coal generator on, which makes more heat, which means the space heater doesn't need to work as often. Yes. I think that's a good system. Because all we really want here is heat. We don't necessarily want the power. So if we can make coal into heat in the best ratio possible, I think it's by doing this. And I have some serious flooding going on. And I also have another duplicant. Tidying. Narcoleptic. No. Farming and tidying. Ranching, suit wearing, and supplying. I think we'll just take the Bristle Berry. Bristle Berry. And cook up some Bristle Berry. Oh yeah, that really hurt my stress. Otto is at 47%, probably because he's hungry, yucky lungs, sopping wet, yep. Chilly surroundings. He's not having a great time. I really need to keep this from dripping down here. Stop. Let's do that. No, actually, it's this one. This melts, falls down. Or is it this one? Well, I guess we could also do this. There. Oh, see? It was that one. Okay, so it's gonna pool here now. That buys me a little bit more time. I don't need to issue these mopping errands. And sometimes delaying a problem to where you can more easily handle it is better than just solving it right away. Okay, I think that was the... yes, the thermosensor. I need 25 kilograms of refined metal for that. I'm going to be building 3 of them. So that's an additional 75. So that's only 2 extra recipes. I could have done 14 instead of 20, but they're not even doing this anyway, so it doesn't matter. So let's go back to renewable energy. Just a brief detour there. Ren, buddy, I think your animation is broken. Wait, what? Okay, that was definitely a bug. So any CO2 made by these coal generators will just float over to the right and fall down. And then be picked up by this carbon skimmer down here. Okay, we're up to 60% on stress. What is Otto's problem? I need to see your skills. So it's not that. You have sufficient morale. It's the soggy feet. Okay. Maybe we put in a massage table preemptively, just in case someone has a really bad day. And then I think this is the last set of build commands I have, so Ren should start... oh, nope. What are you doing? Oh, yes. I actually don't want them to do that yet. Can I... yes, disable. Why are you not disabled? What? Oh, they have to actually come over and... oh, yeah, there he is. Perfect. And then Otto's on the little thing. And his stress is now very manageable. So why do I want this? I need some way of automatically controlling when the space heater gets used. So, probably right here above it. Wait a minute, I don't even have the wire to connect them together. Where is that? Here, under smart home. Yes, I need the automation wire. Otherwise, any sensor I put is completely useless. So we'll say if temperature is ever below, 20-ish degrees, go ahead and send a green signal, and that will activate the space heater, which will then consume the charge from the battery, which will eventually tell the coal generator when and when not to work. At least that's the plan. How are you not done yet? Actually, this is a new cycle. Change per cycle minus 30. Frankly depressing, plus 20. High morale minus 20. Receiving massage minus 30. Okay, so the high morale negates the frankly depressing, and the receiving massage is the only thing we're seeing right now, so you should be down to 18 by the end of this cycle. But if I change this, let's do 70 and break ends at 20. I think that might be a better balance. Uh-oh. We're down to just hexcellent fruit and muckroot. Yeah, this farm's been out of commission for too long. I really need some more refined metal so I can finish this heat source. Sorry, Pip. Might need to turn you guys into barbecue. Now, meat to barbecue is actually a really good recipe. Not because of the food quality, but because it actually gives you more calories than what you put in. It's just free duplicant fuel. And let's see what we got here. We'll take the hatchling eggs. That might turn into barbecue later. Okay, and we got the automation wire. Beautiful. And now that the automation wire is in place, I can actually re-enable these. Because automation wire, by default, sends a red signal, and since there's nothing connected to it that can send a green signal, the coal generator will always be off. And what did I get this time? A dreamy retro wall pot. Vertical gardens are pretty nifty. Oh my god. There's 2 more biomes out here I have to get through before I even get to the edge of the map. Are you kidding me? I don't know what this is. Carbon dioxide vent. Not exactly the most helpful thing. Is there anything else that I found? Nope. Just a bunch of space to build in. Is that it? Oh my god, finally. The edge of the map. So, normally I'd actually go through and clean up this neutronium edge. But because the map is so big, I think I'll actually just fill it in with some boring tiles. That way it's nice and flush. I give up, I don't know, like, what, 4 blocks on both sides. It's really not that big of a deal compared to how big the map is. Okay, so I can make my first smart battery here. And I think the automation is gonna, yeah. So automation and power are both connected to the same bottom left corner. So I was right on how far out I needed to build. Okay, so how is this going to work? Well, let me pause this. So the battery, the high threshold here, sends a red signal when battery is 100% charged. We want it to send a red signal at 95. That way we have some room for overlap. And then we want it to turn on at 5%. So that will tell this coal generator when to work, and this space heater will draw from the battery. So what is that doing to our temperature here? Absolutely nothing. Got one little tile in there that's kind of yellow. This might take a while. Oh my, we have no food. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Can I get down to here easily? I think they can reach that. Let's dig these up. And let's turn this hatch into barbecue. Dupes. Come on. You guys are gonna starve. Someone do this. Well, that could have been bad. It's a good thing I made this ladder in the last episode. This should start warming up now, so I think we'll be okay. If I could make some more batteries down here, that'd be great. Someone please work the rock crusher. Let's do priority 7 on that. And now that we've actually cleared all the way out here, I want to see how far away we are from the right side neutronium. Looks like just a rust biome over here. I think... is this new? What are you? You are a volcano. Are you a volcano? Yes, okay. So we've got two volcanoes right next to each other. This might actually be pretty easy to link up and maybe combine into one big thingy. And they're actually very conveniently spaced on the same floor here. It's not absolutely perfect and in line here with this floor, but I mean, that's pretty good for random generation. Yeah, I don't feel like building a ladder here, so I'm just going to use some dig commands to get through this. Looks like we got a new printable. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep ignoring dupes for now. Not until we get a better food supply going. Alright, what else can we get Catalina to do here? I don't want to have to think about this again for a while, so I'm just gonna click on that and let her do everything in the middle. There's nothing that's super obvious we need to get done yet. Other than food. So let's check on temperatures now. Oh yeah. There's a lot more yellow in there. A lot less blue. We're gonna lose a little heat through these doors. It's really not that big of a deal. I think it's gonna be difficult to get heat up into this corner over here. And down into this corner. But once it is warm, because it's surrounded by insulated tiles on so many sides, it's actually going to become the hottest part of the entire farm. So here would actually be a really good spot to put a light. And maybe... I don't think that will quite reach. I can put it there. Let's see, where do they stand when they run this? I think they stand like right here in the middle. Building broken. Why are you broken? Oh, yeah, I don't care about you. But, yeah, the important one is the one above the grill here. Because I want everyone to be focusing on pickled meal, not meal lice. So we'll go ahead and disable that. Can I do... there we go. So no one can eat meal lice. Can only eat pickled meal. So, that forces all of the duplicants to eat from the grill. So I really need to make sure that this grill is working as quickly as possible. So that's why I'm going to put this light in. So if we look, Ashkin now has this lit workspace buff. 15% speed. Let's see, can we keep digging away over here? Let's see what's over here. Any new geysers? I think this one's new. What are you? Steam vent. Also not helpful. So we've got 9 farms times 3 plus 9 farms times 3. So that's what? 18 times 3? 48? No, that's 46. 54. Nope, I'm just way off. Never do math live. Yeah, I need to expand this. I want to always have surplus, because I know these plants are not going to be perfectly farmed. And I do want to take on another duplicant soon, so I'll just add another layer to this. Are they really just now getting to this? I queued that up at the beginning of the episode. Come on, guys. Okay, let's see what we get here. Paku! Briar Seed, Jean, Bonnie, Rock Fan. Gains attribute bonuses during meteor showers. Oh, that's new. Decorating, tidying, and farming. Building, researching, and tidying. Well, the Paku are just gonna flop off the edge. Can't really use them yet. Although it would be nice if I could. I think I'm just gonna take the Briar Seed. Well, worst case scenario, they just turn into food, right? Yeah, we'll just take the Paku. And then just, there we go. And now we can do some Paku fillets here. Otto looks so unhappy to be doing this right now. It's because he's stressed, but that looked kind of funny. And now that I have more food types, I really wish there was a way to tell the duplicants which one to prioritize, rather than it being completely binary as either eat or don't eat. Because then I could prioritize the food that spoils the quickest. I think that might be a really helpful addition, if it was possible to add that. Speaking of food spoiling, I should probably start thinking about where I'm going to put my refrigerators. I want to put them into like a little pit of CO2. I don't know, maybe I should worry about that once I start thinking about duplicant housing. We're still in the very early game. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's add in a floor and some more farm tiles. Space heater, generator, battery, automation, and I just ran out of refined metal. Let's go ahead and make like 5 more. Now, I'm not running this on continuous, because I don't want to use this for much longer, because the metal refinery gives 100% of the material in as it does out. So right, this one takes copper ore and only makes 50% copper and 50% sand. The metal refinery does 100% copper from copper ore. Temperatures are actually looking really great in here. It's above 20 degrees up at the top. So this corner, yeah. This one should be colder. Actually, this one's warmer. That's funny. If I can get this going, we're going to be in some really good shape. Won't have to constantly worry about food. What we're going to have to start worrying about next is dirt. Because if we can't get enough dirt to supply this, then we're also screwed. There's some down here. A little bit just kind of scattered around. Oh, I guess this is dirt too. It just looks different in the different biomes. Yeah, there's plenty of dirt just lying around. As long as we keep digging. The problem with digging, though, is that it takes away from our gas pressure, so we'll have to then make more oxygen. So everything kind of needs to be scaled simultaneously. Have we gotten any further over here yet? Nope, not really. Okay. So now that this is the lowest point of the base, what I need to do is come down again. That way we have a little collection area for CO2. And then this carbon skimmer actually needs to be moved down here. And to save on some digging, we'll put it... sure, we'll put it right there. So I think the next step after heating the farm is going to be getting a simple coal power plant going. That way I can separate duplicate labor from power generation and just have a better overall workflow. So that means we're going to have to dig into some areas that have coal, like over here, or maybe over here. And that is a lot of iron, wow. But I think for now, heating the farm was a good accomplishment for this episode. Still just struggling against that ravenous hunger. Was able to find the side of the map over here. Was almost able to find the side of the map over here. Maybe I'll wait and just let Otto finish digging this. But now we should have plenty of food for any current duplicants, and I think we can actually afford to take on one more duplicant if I find one that's really good. Maybe actually sweeping this will help, because it'll get all of the cold debris out. The problem is that I have nowhere to put things. Yeah, I don't think I have the automatic dispenser yet. Where is that? This one. Let's do solid management. That way I can start cleaning up some areas. Oh, and it looks like Otto's made some progress here. Yeah, there's the end of the map there. So I'm going to count. Can I see? No, I can't even see the number. No. Yeah, we're about in the middle of the map here. I think the middle is like right in this spot right here. So the ladder is misplaced by 2 tiles. That's a little unfortunate. But I don't think we're at that point yet. Is there going to be anything in the way? Oh, I found some more geysers. Cool steam vent. That's useful. And a gold volcano. So I definitely want to use these. If the ladder is right here, we're going to hit the cold steam vent. But I think we're actually going to dodge this gold volcano. And I don't really want to do like a kink in the ladders. Unless I do 2 ladders. Because the map is so wide, I could do like a ladder here. Oh no, then this is in the way. Oh well. What did we get? Lira, Liam, Stinky, or Balm Lily? I'm thinking Lira for that operating. Suit wearing is always good. And ranching. That might be nice to have for, say, hatches, for instance, because then that's a even better food supply than meal lice. Yeah, I think we're actually going to take Lira here. Alright, welcome to the base, Lira. We're going to have some farms ready for you down here. Oh, I need to set your priorities, so rather than Ren operating, for now, it will be you. And then I need to get you on your own schedule. I think one minor tweak I'm going to make to improve efficiency here. I'm going to put a refrigerator right here. I'm not going to power it. And then I'm going to disable meal lice from being put in here. That way, my duplicants don't have to walk quite as far, because they're taking meal lice from the farm, they're putting it up here, and then Ashkin has to run up, grab it, and put it back in the grill. So it'd be a lot quicker if he just picks it up from this refrigerator. Now that I think about it, this was probably a terrible spot to put this. Because they have to wash their hands every time they go by. Well, it's temporary, it's not the permanent one. I just want to clean this farm up. That way these space heaters are only heating the air and the incoming dirt. Not the stuff that's already sitting here. Like this 400 kilograms of sandstone, it's only at 11 degrees. That's going to be cooling this area off. So I want to get the cold stuff out. Okay, so this farm's as clean as it's going to get. It's starting to get pretty warm in here towards the center. And even with these few plants not working, we still have enough food to feed Lira, so it's fine. So I'm going to try and do outro number 2 now, because I got sidetracked. What did we do in this episode? Well, nothing interesting, really. We dug over to the left side, found the border. Dug all the way over to the right side and found the border. I expanded the farm, got some heat in place now, so any new cold dirt can't disable the mealwood. And we took on a new duplicate, Lira here. So there's a couple of things I want to address before I end the episode. I had some people asking me about duplicate naming, and last time I tried this, It didn't go too well. I set the bar too low. So I think I'm going to try and make it more exclusive, but I still want to honor the older members of my Discord. So I'm going to start with naming duplicants after my Discord members, and then after that, I'll move over to Patreon members. Yes, I do actually have a Patreon. I started it like 2 years ago before I fell off the face of the earth. And then if I can't... This is probably a little optimistic of me, but if I have too many patrons than I do for duplicants, then I'll have to rename some of the duplicants that I named after my Discord members, because I really want to prioritize Patreon. And I think I'm going to do the same thing for Captain of Industry. The only thing I can name in there are the vehicles. But I do want to recognize members of the community. Well, not much progress, but that did take me, about 3 hours of gameplay, and I think we got through, what was it, 25-ish cycles? Progress is progress. In the next episode, I definitely need to get into metal refining, and that will get us into better power, and then I need to expand the base, find out what else is around me. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next episode.